Khun Yai-chun Konuk-yung, founder of Wat Phra Dhammakaya. Khun Yai-chun Konuk-yung was born on January 20th, 1909, in Nakhon Chaya Si, a rural municipality of Thailand. She was the fifth of 9 children in the family. Her father, Ploy, and mother, Pan, were rice farmers. The word kunyai means grandmother in Thai. It is a respectful way to call a woman of advancing age. Kunyai's given name was Chan, which means moon. Her last name was Konuk-yung, which means peacock feather. In those times, Thai families seldom send their daughters to school. Because of this, John never learned how to read or write. John's father was a good family man, but he was addicted to alcohol. One day, he became so drunk that he fell asleep under the house while the family slept inside. A village house is usually built on stilts to protect from wild animals and flooding. He was mumbling and snoring so loudly that it bothered the family. In disgust, her mother called him a sparrow, a Thai expression for a worthless person that leached off of her. This remark wounded his pride. He angrily asked all the children if they heard their mother insult him. The children stayed quiet. Innocently, John said that she did not think her mother had insulted him. This infuriated her father, thinking she was taking her mother's side. In anger, he cursed John to deafness for 500 lifetimes. Many Thai folks believe that the parents' words are sacred and potent. John worried that her father's curse would come true for her. She wished to ask for her father's forgiveness so the curse could be lifted. Unfortunately, she never had the opportunity to do so until he died. On the day her father passed away, John was out working in the rice field. When she came home after a long day, she saw everybody crying for her father. It is a Thai tradition to ask a dying person for forgiveness for any wrongs done to the person. Everybody had already asked for his forgiveness, except for John. His death profoundly affected Jun's life. Most Thai people believe in rebirth. She worried that she would be reborn deaf as a result of her father's curse. Now that her father had passed away, the only place to find him was in the afterlife realm. Jun left home in 1935 when she was 26 years old to look for the great abbot at Wat Paknam Pasijaren in Thonburi, a legendary monk known for supernormal meditative powers. While working in the household of Mrs. Liab, a benefactor of Wat Paknam, Jun met a meditation master, Tongsuk Samdang Pan, a leading disciple of the great abbot. Jun practiced meditation with Tongsuk Samdang Pan for 2 years. She eventually attained the Dhammakaya, a high state of absorption in meditation. Having achieved this high level of meditative attainment, Jun asked Tongsuk to show her how to traverse to the afterlife realms so that she could find her father. With Tongsuk's help, Jun finally located her deceased father, who, due to his bad drinking habits, had fallen into one of the hell realms. Through her Dhammakaya body, Jun was able to communicate with her father and asked for his forgiveness, which he granted. And through the power of the Dhammakaya, Jun helped him to recall the merits from his good deeds in earlier lifetimes, so these merits could relieve him from this retribution. her father's retribution was indeed neutralized by the power of his past merit, and he was freed from the hell realm. Upon attaining the Dhammakaya, Jun decided to renounce the worldly life to become a nun. She finally met the great abbot in 1938, who ordained her as a nun and accepted her as his disciple. Jun devoted herself entirely to meditation without concerns for anything else. She meditated 12 hours each day, 6 uninterrupted hours in the morning and 6 uninterrupted hours in the evening. Her meditation skills became so profound that she soon became the great abbot's most outstanding disciple. The great abbot called her second to none. The great abbot passed away on February 3, 1959. After his passing, Jun continued to teach meditation at her residence at Wat Phak Nam. Among these students were 2 promising young men, Jayabun Sutipon and Padet Pongsiwat, who later became 2 great Buddhist monks who led the Dhammakaya temple to its pinnacle of success as we know it today. Chayabun and Padet were the driving force behind many of Khun Nyai's successes. After the ordination of Luang Por Tamachayo, Khun Nyai felt the time was right for them to build a Buddhist temple where true monks could be developed and the Dhammakaya knowledge could be propagated to benefit mankind. To fulfill this vision, a great deal of financial resources would be needed. Unfortunately, all that Khun Nyai had was her own savings of a mere 3,200 baht, $160 in 1970. But Khun Nyai was a perpetual optimist who believed in the power of merit. The day that Khun Nyai's team met with Lady Prayat, owner of the vast piece of land that the team aimed at acquiring, happened to coincide with Lady Prayat's birthday. It was a lucky day for Khun Nyai and the team. Not only was Lady Prayat willing to part with the land, but she was in fact willing to donate the entire 78.4 acres of her land to the future temple as her birthday merit-making. This was nothing less than a miracle, or more appropriately, a merit power. The Dhammakaya temple was formally established on Maka Pucha Day, February 20th, 1970. The main chapel was completed in 1982. The property was later expanded to 1,000 acres in 1985. The Great Dhammakaya Saitya, the world's largest Buddhist monument, where 300,000 Buddha images are enshrined on the exterior dome, was completed in the year 2000. The grand opening ceremony of the Saitya took place on Saturday, April 22, 2000. Khun Nyai was 91 years old when the Great Saitya was completed. She lived to see that big day. The Great Dhammakaya Saitya is indeed a gift to mankind. The compounds surrounding the Saitya are now the gathering ground for Buddhists around the world. Over 1 million Buddhists gather at the Saitya during important Buddhist events. The Dhammakaya Temple, Khun Nyai's brainchild, is now the center of Buddhism for all Buddhists around the world. Khun Nyai passed away on the morning of Sunday, September 10, 2000. At her cremation ceremony in 2002, 100,000 Buddhist monks from 30,000 temples all over Thailand, many senior monks from 20 different countries, and hundreds of thousands of others from around the world came to pay their final respects to Khun Nyai. This is the biggest gathering of Buddhists in history. Like the story in a fairy tale, a tiny little farmer girl, completely illiterate, took a journey on a spiritual quest, found a great master, learned the great knowledge from the master, went on to build a great temple, produced many true monks and virtuous people, and brought goodness to mankind. Khun Nyai's legacy lives on.